All right, folks, good morning. What a good morning it is. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome aboard your day of free full throttle training. I'm in a great mood because we wake up in the morning and we piss excellence here at Top Gun Options. So I'll do another brief tomorrow to show you our solo Amazon service. But full throttle is going to close today, man. 15, 16-ish and going, $1,000 in profitable trades in 2 days. Okay. So if my mission objective was to show you how 2023 can be your most profitable year ever and to show you what I'm doing. If after 2 days of this, you're like, you're still on the fence, kind of at this point, I really don't even want you to join because you don't know, execute. Got up this morning, the futures were insanely red. I'm like, duh, going to yoga, got my meditation on. Isn't it great? Life is fantastic. People are panicking and we're making money. If you're new to TGO, my 2023 prediction is the same as the 2022 prediction. I just made it worse. My 2022 prediction was what? A bear market, recession, shit show, train wreck. I said Joe Biden's sophomore year would be those four things. And I got them all right until when? Well, Wiz, they changed the definition of the word recession, don't you know? Oh, and woman, too. I'm not a biologist, so up until they changed the definition of recession, I was right. What was my 2023 prediction? Bigger recession, bigger shit show, bigger train wreck, deeper bear market. That's exactly what's happening and will continue to happen. Okay? So I did this slide this morning and it's $2,000 wrong on this slide. We're closer to 17 at this point. Keep going, baby. In 2 days. In 2 days, folks. You're welcome, Thomas. Thanks for the FRC trade. Sold it today for 90% profit. So S&P 500 and regional bank trades. If you had joined Top Gun Options in the past 2 days and did the Hunters, either the Hunters monthly or the annual, you got my S&P 500 trades. Yesterday, $5,950 on 2 trades. And I'll debrief those trades in a second here. $6,000. $6,000 yesterday afternoon. Did you see yesterday afternoon and the volatility? I paid for 2 years of your full throttle annual membership. In the past 2 days, I've paid for a lifetime membership. You wonder why I look at the screen and go, you know what, Wiz, this shit's a little cheap, isn't it? Maybe we should be raising prices. So there are only, I think this is old too. I did this before I went to yoga. So let's just round, let's say 14. I will close the doors at 50. Don't be a straggler. Do not be a straggler. If I get 14 today, I'm closing the doors. I'm getting texts from my mastermind group, right? So I'm part of a mastermind group, hedge fund managers. It's a great group, and people that manage tens of billions of dollars hit me up for advice and what to do today. 2 new lifetime members. So Steve, welcome aboard. Rebecca, welcome aboard. I didn't even brief Lifetime, and people are reaching out to me to get into the Lifetime group. That is the better deal. I don't want to confuse people with, all right, full throttle Lifetime. Well, if you want to know about Lifetime, let me know, and I can hook you up. But welcome aboard to the 2 new Lifetime members. They're the smartest people so far this week. We did our welcome aboard brief on Monday, open up the doors. We did the primary brief yesterday, got bearish on regional banks. That was easy. Again, I'm not smart, folks. I have average intelligence, but this isn't hard. This should not be hard to you. I'm going to teach you all about this. Roberto, thank you for writing that. Roberto just wrote, I remember when Lifetime was 9K. So do I. And we're going to laugh at the day when I remember when Lifetime was 15K or 20, when it's about 50 in a couple years. I pay for performance, folks. Right? The better we do, the more this stuff is going to cost. So I'd lock in Lifetime if you want to do Lifetime. So we're done today with Full Throttle. I threw on, because I'm in a great mood, some solo Amazon tomorrow to show you our solo Amazon service. Again, if after 2 or now 3 days of me squawking and showing you what I do, maybe you can hang out in solo Amazon for a little bit. It's our least expensive service because we just trade Amazon. So, okay, let's go ahead and there you go, Roberto. It's like when plumbers used to charge $15 an hour and were worth it then. Now how much are they worth? That's exactly right, man. So the Lifetime, 3 years ago, started at like 9, and it's up to like 22 and a half. So, folks, here you go. Here's the link. Quick reminder for all the folks that have joined. This is where you get into the Hunters. Let me just go over to the member page to show you how to get into the Hunters. Because some people are like, hey, where's the investment club? Underneath member content right here, you should see Hunters SDIS. That stands for Hunters Self-Directed Investment Squadron. Just click on that, and you're in. Here it is right there. That's what it looks like to all you all. You know, when I show you this screen, this is kind of my like instructor screen over here, my dashboard. Okay, so this is where it is. Member content, Hunters SDIS. Okay, so yeah, look at that. Yesterday afternoon. That's how you do it, folks. 5850 in S&P profits. And then the regional bank trades were up $23,000 at the close. I tried to get out of my key trade and I missed it, but thank God I didn't get out of it. So right now, our regional bank trades are $3,500 since yesterday morning, folks. In 24 hours, I paid for your annual Full Throttle membership in 2 trades. Again, I hate talking like this, but I guess some people need to hear it like that. There's your annual membership right there, $29.95. And in 24 hours, in 2 regional bank trades, I paid for a year and a half, essentially. Is none of this making sense? So again, if you want to be in the Hunters, you either do one of these 2 things. The annual is obviously the better deal. Wiz talking, you do the annual. Gordon Gekko talking, stay in the monthly Hunters for the rest of your life. It's the best deal. I'd be a liar if I said that. It's not the best deal. Check it out for a couple months in there and then upgrade. If you just kind of want to hang and see what I'm doing, get the text alerts, the email alerts, and just normal Full Throttle stuff, it's only $2.95 a month. Okay? Again, can't stand the marketing. Don't know. What's good? Wiz, my access to member content looks totally different. How can I get access to the same? I don't know what you're talking about, Christine. This is the Hunters. Underneath member content, Hunters SDIS. That's what that looks like. That's what it should look like. It looks like to everybody. I'm showing you this one. This is my instructor panel. Don't pay attention to this. This is me. Look, yeah, yours should not look like this if that's what you're talking about. All right, we got to go. Let's get airborne. Again, I told you on day one, I'm not a guy. I did a brief yesterday afternoon, right, over at John Thomas's, 9 speakers a day thing. Everybody gets an hour, blah, 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 blah. I hate those things. I do them because we get leads and I do it just whatever. But folks, I hate that. I hate having to click through my PowerPoint slides. This is what I love. Come free the full week, see if I suck, see if I'm good, see if I'm average. No PowerPoint. Well, there were PowerPoint slides, but this is what we do here. Here's what we also do here, right? I want to share this with you. I blacked out the guy's name, but I want to invest, but I'm behind the 8 ball since I paid $5,000 last month for ketamine infusion therapy. Also, I'm just now able to move forward with a hopefully future. I also know that timing is key in this market. What can I do? I'm a 40 combat veteran, 100%. Part-time danger to society. I need an emergency infusion Thursday at $500 for one session. The VA offers ketamine, but they also have done a good job identifying with a lot of labels. So I can't get into the clinic. I'm disqualified as bipolar. So that's last month and a quarter of this month's paycheck I'm spending out of pocket for treatment. I don't want handouts. I want a mentorship or guidance. My wife is a teacher, so we aren't rolling in it. And for the last 12 years, I spent $3,000 to $5,000 a month self-medicating simply to counteract the VA system's treatment. Any advice is welcome. I know he didn't want a handout. I'm giving him a handout on the contingent. I'm giving him a free membership on the contingency that when he gets some airspeed on his jet, he puts the ladder down and reaches down and pulls up another veteran at No Fallen Heroes. So I'm Susie and I are gonna give this veteran a free membership. Okay. So I want to share with you, this is the stuff that I get on a daily basis. I don't even want to share with you I'm sharing you this because it's kind of a little bit of our foundation and Top Gun options, right? This is me, right? I teach people how to trade. And then 3 years ago, after life-changing treatment on a bed and on a floor in Mexico with Marcus Luttrell and Jared Taylor, and that's also my passion, right? So it'll be easier for a rich man, for a camel to pass through an eye of a needle than the rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So I'm going to hook this brother up. So, permanent and total. That's right, Lou Dog. I got that wrong. James, cannot find Hunter's SDS under members content either when you log in. James, have you paid for the membership? Yeah, exactly, Maureen. When he starts making some money, I'll give him a free membership. It's not free. When you start making some money at Top Gun Options and you get your head above water, my brother, you are going to put the ladder down to sponsor a veteran for treatment. So ain't no handout. You're going to earn that. Like most veterans, I wouldn't want a handout either. I want to earn it. So that guy's going to earn it. It's right here underneath member content. It says Hunter's SDIS. If you don't see this, folks, you're not paying for it. Extremely rare for it not to be working. We test all this stuff before anybody buys anything. So I've paid for Solo Amazon. James, Solo Amazon does not get you anything other than Solo Amazon. For $97 a month, man, you're in Solo Amazon. One more time, folks. If you want access to the Hunters Investment Club, it's either this, which is $4.97 a month, not $97, or the annual. Do the annual. Solo Amazon does not have access to anything that's on this screen. So it makes sense why you're not seeing the Hunters SDIS, because you're not currently paying for it. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get airborne. Hey, real quick. So my beautiful bride was on my podcast last week, and it just dropped. So it's pretty funny. Susie debriefs psychedelic summer camp. So when you get a chance, check out Susie's podcast. It just dropped. I'll get the video out to everybody if you're a video person. But if you want to listen to this on your walk or skiing or going to the beach or whatever it is, there is Susie's debrief of her medicine journey. So yeah, it's pretty good, Aaron. Her initial medicine debrief when she went down to the mission within in Mexico with some Navy SEAL wives and Ranger wives is episode 33. So if you want to listen to them in order, go episode 33 first to hear her first medicine debrief. And then the second one is Iboga. So there you go. This is Susie's first medicine debrief. And we will talk about trading, but folks, this is what I do, man. This is a holistic approach to trading. I didn't do my regular, quote unquote, full throttle brief Monday, because at the end of my regular full throttle brief, I talk about mind, body, and soul. If you woke up this morning and looked at the futures and you were freaking out, or if you were happy, you're wrong. If you were freaking out, you're wrong. Just be. I woke up this morning, saw the futures imploding as I predicted. Did we not call this, guys? This isn't hard. What did I tell you at the beginning of the week? I said, we will get say it with me, a technical bounce back up towards the 100 or the 50, whichever it was up here. Hold on, hang on. And there were lifetime members and hunters who traded that technical bounce, didn't you? I said, we're going to bounce right up to here, and then we're going to fail. This ain't hard. That's exactly what was going to happen. I know I've been doing this for 32 years, 32, 30, is it 33 now? I don't know. I forget. 32. Let's say over 3 decades. I'm going to teach you this stuff, folks, but this was a no-brainer. Technical bounce to get back to these moving average and slam. And it's going to be look out below. Okay. James, can you post that in the ready room? He needs to call Brian Hill, Navy Helo pilot in Vietnam, now attorney representing veterans in VA claims. James, thank you for that. But you know what makes me furious, my brother, is the fact that we have to do this. Where is, let me share with you. The replay from my talk in Washington last week. So people were like, hey man, can we watch what you said in DC? Yeah, man. Where is it? PMC. Here we go. So I go on at the hour and let me give you this link. So there I am sitting on stage at the 1:11. Look at that. That's a God number. 1:11 at the 1 hour and 11 point is me and Jesse on stage. Jesse's from Heroic Hearts. I'm from the No Fallen Heroes Foundation. So let me give you that video to watch. Why am I bringing that up? Because I was talking on stage about how, ladies and gentlemen, in this brief right now, for the rest of my life until I take that last breath and I transition, I have a horrific loud pitch squeal. I can never sit in silence again. When I try and meditate, that's what I do. I try. Loud, horrific squeal for the rest of my life. You want to fly fighters and have fun? Wasn't always fun. 16 memorial services weren't fun. But this tinnitus is a horror. Why am I bringing this up? Because I tried to get with the VA, and it wasn't about the money. It was about the recognition. Their own manual, the VA's fucking manual, says for a landing signal officer, which I was, standing on the back of the ship, which I did for years, with just foamies in, not even double hearing protection. I had to wear foamies because I had to listen to the engine. Is she or he taking the power off? Are they adding it on? You had to hear. And then 20 feet away from you, a Tomcat or an A6 or a Prowler in full power destroyed my hearing. The VA, in their own manual, it says a mandatory 10% disability. Edward Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz, denied. What? It says, am I an idiot? It says mandatory, denied. Here's the appeals claim. Go get a VA attorney. Don't need the money. Got a VA attorney. They're like, oh, yeah, this will probably take a year and a bunch of appeals. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Now I know why some poor staff sergeant goes into the parking lot and shoots themselves. The VA sucks. And all the other veterans foundations are like, dude, let's just, let's play nice. Fuck you and you're nice. You guys be nice. You go to DC and have dinner and, you guys all play nice. This is a we the people. There might be some great people at the VA. The VA sucks. It's a government bureaucracy like the FBI. If I'm elected president, I would shut down that day. And I'd say, every veteran, go find a civilian doctor. We, the people, will pay for it. You know how you fix the VA? Every congressman, senator, Supreme Court justice, and from the president on down, you get your health care from the VA. It would be fixed in 24 hours. But for some reason, our elected officials don't get the same health care that our veterans do. Sorry I'm ranting about this, but we'll get back on here. It's I've had it. I've had it with playing nice with the the DOD and the VA, and it's nothing but a jobs program, folks. They don't give a shit. When the VA gives actual bonuses to their employees for the amount of claims they deny, it's fucked. Donald Trump, love him or hate him, had to sign a law. When he became president, it's like, wait, the Arizona VA, John McCain, the Arizona VA, like 9 or 12 veterans died and they lied about the paperwork and this and that. Donald Trump came in and he's like, yeah, they're fired. The VA. Oh, no. You don't fire us. Nobody gets fired in the government. And Trump's like, what are you talking about? They're responsible for people dying. They're fired. No. They had to pass a VA accountability law that you could fire people. And even now, it takes like a year to fire somebody at the VA. Could you imagine if we ran our government like a business? It would be fantastic. Drone strike. You killed 7 children. You're fired. Oh, no. I'm a general. I have tenure. I'm going to Raytheon. I'm telling you, man, Lou Dog, I think you posted that. I do feel like Pacino in Scent of a Woman. I would take a flamethrower to this place. How are we talking about this? All right, we got to go. Let's trade. So it is a total jobs program. It is a jobs program for people who really don't give a shit. I know that's a stereotype, and I met a great person. Awesome. They are the exception. They're not the rule. Period. Out of the thousands of veterans that I've dealt with, I'd say a handful, 100 out of thousands will say, I actually had a very pleasant experience with the VA. Great. Do not tell me that that's the average experience of the VA. So anyway, sorry about this rant. That's what I do. Shoot me all right, I'll do it right now. If you want to do Lifetime, I will hook you up with Lifetime. I gave the wrong link out yesterday, man. I gave like the $12.50 a month link. It's actually not $12.50, it's $1,500. Why? Because prices go up. So you should have acted when it was $12.50. I'm telling you guys, you guys know me, man. I don't lie. If I say I'm going to do something or something's going to happen, it either happens or I died trying. So here's, this is the monthly Lifetime. It's $1,500 a month, and you are vested immediately. I send you links. You get over here into the Max Afterburner group immediately. You get Lifetime membership and everything. It's a great deal. And if you do this monthly, folks, let me give you this monthly. If you do this, you're saving money, absolutely, because the one-time payment for this year is $22,500. You're saving $4,000 if you do the monthly. I haven't come up, but you're getting me at a disadvantage right now. I haven't come up with the monthly. Wait, what's 22,500? 22,500 divided by 12. Yeah. So there you go, folks. This should be $1,875 a month. But I'm going to drag my feet in actually making what the Lifetime membership should be for this year because I haven't done it yet. I'll give you last year's. It's $1,500 bucks a month. So there you go. Great, Dwayne. Thank you for writing that. I'm going to show everybody you just wrote that. So I want you to look at what Dwayne just wrote. I joined when Lifetime was $17,500. I realized I could pay it off in a month trading options. And I'm going to save that. Thank you, Dwayne. But there, it's $1,500 a month, folks. I made you potentially $15,000, $17,000. I'm looking at our treasures over here on my other account. Dwayne, Lifetime. But again, folks, I don't like confusing you if you're like, all right, it was Full Throttle. Now he's talking about Lifetime shit. I'm only saying this because people are doing an end around over in a Lifetime, like joining Lifetime. I'm like, all right, shit. I was going to do a Lifetime promotion in a month or so, but let's talk Lifetime now. Okay. Let's go. So what happened yesterday? Everything awesome? So, or not? Everybody see Kid, it cracks me up. So everybody see the movie, The Hunt for Red October, right? Oh, well, an F-14 Tomcat, he clipped the wing of a Bear bomber and here he is. So this F-14 hit the ramp, the back of the aircraft carrier so hard it turned into an F-9J Panther. But remember that in The Hunt for Red October, it's like, oh, what's going on? Well, two of our planes collided, a Soviet jet and our jet, and boom. This is real life. Russian jet collides with U.S. drone over the Black Sea. So I do not trust anything, first of all, the Russians say, or we say. Do you know we have like a whole propaganda arm in our Pentagon? So, truth probably is somewhere in the middle. The Soviets, I'm not calling them the Russian, because Putin's bringing back the Soviet Union. The Soviets said, yeah, man, this drone was coming straight or near our territory or aimed towards our territory without their transponder on. I probably believe a little bit of that. I don't think we're flying our drones around with, squawking all sorts of shit towards Russia. Or maybe we did on purpose to do something like this. Oh, Wiz, now you're doing your tinfoil hat. Nah, not really. Does everybody remember under Donald Trump, the Iranians shot down a drone and people were like, we need to go to war? You know what we did? We actually did fly a drone into Iranian airspace, and they did shoot it down. It was also an older drone, and it was what? It was an intelligence sponge. We flew it right into what was supposed to be their biggest integrated IADS, integrated air defense system. So that drone sacrificed for Mother America. We got a shitload of intelligence around it. And remember what Trump did? He's like, you know what? I'm going to be a benevolent dude. I should bomb the shit out of Iran. Not going to do it. It was just a drone. Not going to kill anybody. So why am I rambling about this? Because, yeah, literally it's the Gulf of Tonkin. Because yesterday afternoon, I'm going to debrief you on my trades. So now our regional bank trades are up $3,700. 2 months of a lifetime membership paid for. Those trades are up 87% right now. I would close these. Look at this, 76%. But let me brief you on yesterday afternoon. So let's go take a look at SPX. Let me bring up the chart. There's a lot of people calling me right now, which is a good sign. I love it. So let's see SPX. And no offense, folks. I get it, but it cracks me up when people flock to Topkin Options when they're getting their ass handed to them. I've told you, everybody is a genius in this. This was bullshit. Trump, everything's great. COVID, we're all going to die. Jerome Powell, no, we're not. Here's free money. Here's crack. Everybody's a genius on crack. Wiz is a genius when people are hungover. So if that's you, welcome. I won't make fun of you. You're here now. Make fun of other people that aren't here right now, right? So, yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Right here, breaking news, drone, Russian jet hits, Soviet jet hits drone, blah, we're all going to die. No, we're not. When this happened, so I had on a bull put spread from the brief, didn't I? The 39.10, 39.15, 10, whatever it was. So that one started to be underwater at this point, didn't it? What did Wiz do? Wiz took a look at a shitload of open interest around what strike? 3,900. So let me scroll up because this is what was going on in the Lifetime Group yesterday. Right here. So I did it, right? And folks, hey, if it hits your ejection criteria, you eject. I'm the pilot in command of my own portfolio, right? So, a couple people bailed out, and I'll brief you on why I didn't. Well, here, not only did I not, what did I do? I added a bull put spread, the 38.90, 38.85, and I doubled the contracts. And I love the Lifetime or the Hunters because old days, you just got a text alert. Or actually, you didn't get text alerts with this stuff. I'd send out alert from a trade brief. Me, I'd be doing this shit sitting here in my bunny slippers on my own. But because of the COVID crash, I started an investment club. So you can do this. You can go, hey, man, What are your thoughts around this? Me? We either get an afternoon rally after the drone info clears, or we fill the gap to 38.50. We're not going to hang here. A lot of activity around 3,900. What might pin there? So I doubled up right here, and what happened? Within the last, hour of trading, where's 3,900? Right there, folks. So as this started the race to 3,900, based on the activity I saw, this was a no-brainer. Okay? So, and then it just kept going. This ended up being a short squeeze, right? Clearly. This is, and again, folks, this isn't technical. This is brain, or this turns into momentum. Because right around here, a bunch of people, got, what? We're going to implode. But based on that open interest and the volume around that 3,900 strike, I'm like, there's no way. It's a magnet. It's going to get pulled up to that. Now, I'll be the first one to say that there's no way in hell I thought it was going to super rip through. But based on the violence of this move, that made sense. As I sat there and I'm like, that's going to even keep ripping. I should have, pigs get slaughtered. I was going to even add another bull put spread on the way up here, but I already had one from earlier and then the double up one. So that right there, folks, was 58.50 or whatever. 2 trades for round up $6,000. Okay. Now, for people who ejected, perfect. Oh, perfect. I lost. No, you didn't. If you flew your SOP, you had a successful mission, period. If Tiger Woods slices it on one hole, do you think he goes to the next hole and goes, fuck, I suck? Or does he go, brand new hole? That hole didn't even happen. It's in history. History doesn't exist. The only moment is now, and now is forever. It's infinity. Go listen to my podcast. Right? So my point being is this. When I show you the max risk in my sniper trades, folks, 98% of them are set it and forget it. What do I mean by that? And I got to be honest, let's talk a little Chicago. I told you I was Eddie Murphy, Valentine, and Trading Places. When I went to Chicago and I kind of showed them, I got to see the great, wonderful, smart money. A lot of stupid people. But they kind of watched my trading too, because we were trying to make a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I helped build Options House. I started the Options News Network, my own financial media company. So I was the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I was the bridge between retail and pro. And then I'm like, oh my God, this trade's going against me. I'm going to roll it down and roll it out. And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, this trade's going against me. I'm going to roll it down. And then, this. And they're like, do you know your max risk in that trade? Yeah. Are you comfortable with it? I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, it would suck, but yeah. Then what are you doing? We're going to drink for lunch. You want to come? I'm like, huh? Now, I'm telling you that's the vast majority of professional traders don't touch a thing. They're like, why? I knew the max risk in that trade. I'm not going to be super thrilled if I take that loss, but such is life. I'm a 54-year-old man, and I feel very comfortable saying this. Don't prematurely eject. You got to fly your SOP. But looking at what was going on at that 3,900 strike yesterday, I'm like, I'm doubling up easily. I hedged, didn't I? I said, it could gap all the way down to 3,850, but I think it's going to pin around 3,900. This is what you're paying for. 32 years of doing this. This is why it's worth it. A wise man once told me, Wiz, why is divorce so expensive? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. He's like, it's worth it. Lou Dog, 2-minute sniper, $500 gain. Learn that here. Thanks, Lou Dog. Judy, if you have a small account and can't do sniper shots, what would be your approach? The answer is any account size, you can do sniper shots, Judy. Do one contract of SPX. Or, Judy, go over to SPY. Okay. Now I'm not, this isn't a trade I'm going to place because I don't trade SPY. I'm just going to throw something on real quick. Let's look for today, like the 387, whatever. You could, I don't know, put 10 contracts in here. This isn't a trade I'm placing. This is, even with a small, Judy, I don't know your account, right? This is why I don't give trading advice. You got to figure this out. But, even just over here on the SPY, doing 10 contracts in this bear call spread, which actually would be a pretty good trade to place right now since we're going to smash through 38.50. Next stop. I love when I see this because I throw this stuff out because the smart people listen to me in the background and fire snipers. Next stop's 3,800, folks. Easily. All right, but back to Judy. So, Judy, I don't know how big your account is, but 600. This trade risks $680 to make 320 today. Today, with a, look at this, 77% probability using at the money volatility. I can't even stand looking at this woman. She makes my skin crawl. Elizabeth Warren. So, yes, absolutely, Judy. Remember, there is a pattern day trading account type of thing. I forget what it is because I haven't been there in probably 25 years, right? I think it's a 25 grand day trade minimum type of thing. So, yeah, if you get into the pattern day trader thing, again, I don't dig into the brokerage things, man, because hundreds of people in this room, everybody has different brokers. Everybody has different deals. I get a better deal because I trade a lot. Somebody else's commissions suck. I try and avoid that. Yeah, it's 25 grand, no more than 3 days in a way, 3 days in a row. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You must have over 25 grand or you can only do less than 4 trades in 5 trading days. That's E-Trade. Exactly. So you can do some of these, folks. You just can't do them all the time, right? Like I do. But you can get there, folks. Slow and steady wins the race, man. I have people who, start with a couple grand here at TGO and they don't have to worry about the 25 grand thing because they've been here for a couple years and they build their accounts up. Okay. So, yeah, I've been there, Thomas. It does. It hurts when you forget it. But so just to answer Judy's question directly, even if you have a smaller account, you can be doing snipers with SPY. Okay. And I do that, folks. You can look at the Russell or the IWM. I like, the Russell 2000 is what? It's a bigger index, right? Instead of S&P 500 names, this is, 2000 names. If you think the economy is really going to implode this year, bigger bear market, bigger recession, this is, look at this. Look at the rut. I haven't looked at this in years, folks. Wow. Why am I wowing this? There's COVID. We're all going to die. There's Jerome Powell. No, we're not. And look at where we are. Folks, we are at Jan 20. Man, I haven't looked at, thank you, God. This is a God moment. I haven't looked at the rut in years, and we are at the pre-COVID. If we don't hang here on the rut, which I don't think we're going to, it's look out below. Holy crap, look at that chart. We've tried bounce, little bounce, holy shit moment. This is a triple bottom, and we're coming to test it again. Wow, look at this. I'm glad I looked at the rut. Is that a new rule, Jim? I didn't know that. New rule. Only one ever reset on the pattern day trader or you're locked out until you get up to 25 grand. I can't here we go with a whiz rant. Get my flamethrower, Elon. Who the fuck do you think you are, government, telling me what I can and can't do with what? My money. I hate it. Maxine Waters or Pocahontas is going to tell me what I can do with my money? You can't even. Namaste. Namaste. How dare you? Listen to Sid here. Designate your account as cash, and the pattern day trade rule does not apply. Again, guys, I apologize for this. It's not that I'm hoity-toity, but I haven't had to deal with this in decades, so I don't even know. Yeah, Doodle Frank did this, right, Lucas? Dodd-Frank did this. Wow. All right, guys, I don't want to drop anchor here. If you got questions on pattern day trading or anything like that, you gotta pick up the phone and call your broker. So let's go. A lot of rambling. We got a brief. That's why we're here. Let's end the Ukrainian brief, as I always end every Ukrainian brief. Every day I talk to you. This is going to get worse. That's essentially an act of war, right? Did you see some of the neocon chicken hawks yesterday frothing at the mouth? They downed one of our aircraft. It's war. Yee. We blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. That was war. That was an act of war. The media buried it. Seymour Hersh. Pulitzer Prize winning Seymour Hersh. We blew it up. He had the evidence. I love how limousine liberals frothed at the mouth like, you need to listen to our Pulitzer Prize winning journalist on the Russia hoax. New York Times and all the journalists that got these awards. It was a fraud and a hoax. Give the awards back and repent. No, we're going to keep the awards. Okay. Pulitzer Prize winning Seymour Hersh. We blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. Here's the evidence. He's a fraud. He's a sham. These people are disgusting. I want to hang an H. Instead of the scarlet letter A, it's an H for hypocrite. I call out hypocrites. Remember me, folks, when I dared criticize Trump one day? I had a former squadron mate call me a fucking traitor on Facebook. That's old whiz before the medicine. If we were in the squadron and he had done that, I would have knocked his teeth out. And that's not me being tough. That was old me. New me after doing the medicine. Dude, I feel I love you, and I feel so I hope you heal. That's my new response to that type of shit. Old me, man, let's go out in the hangar, bro. Let's go. New me, I'm good, man. I love you. Ken Griffin, my old competitor up in Chicago, should have bailed out this. Okay. Wait, Steve, you can't log into the Lifetime? No, man, I'm not seeing. I get a request. I'll send you an email again, man. But when I sent you 2 links, and you click on those links, and I'll approve you to get into the Lifetime. I'll take care of it after we get off the brief. But I'll hook you up. But check your email again. I sent you 2 links. You click on those links, and I'll approve you to get in here. So, but yeah, well, I got you. Jim Cramer still sitting on the TV. He's a failure. He's an epic failure. He's a fraud. Still on CNBC. Me, who's predicted more or less everything from Trump's election, the market rally, the COVID crash, you name it, nailed it. The only thing I got wrong was we're going to attack North Korea. There's 3 carrier battle groups off the coast. My buddies who were on the ships stopped talking to me. I found out that they were going to strike North Korea. And at the last moment, Donald Trump sent a picture from one of our predators or global hawks or whatever it is with a bullseye on the guy's head. And Trump sent him that picture that said, you know what? Not going to kill 25 million North Koreans. I'm going to kill you. I'll meet you in Singapore. So I got that one wrong. I like being wrong on shit that if I'm right, it's a horror. So the North Korea thing I got wrong. Everything else I've gotten right. Moody's, Standard & Poor's. These banks are great, just like Jim Cramer. Silicon Valley Bank, $320 stock. It's a buy. I'd buy it with both hands. It's at 0. Bear Stearns, I'd buy it with both hands. It's at 70. It's at 0. Those who can't, commentate. Could you imagine being in his investment club? Whose investment club do you want to be in? Jim Cramer's or mine? How's Jim doing this week? With us breaking 38.50 right now, we're at about 17 grand in profitable trades this week. Lifetime membership paid for in 2.5 days. It's not even a half a day yet, and I've paid for your lifetime membership. So, folks, I'm not going to rant too much more about this type of stuff. They're lying to us. The taxpayer's not bailing out these limousine liberal banks. Turns out, as the dust settles, there was a buyer over the weekend. A bank was going to step in, and capitalism was going to work. The FDIC dude, another limousine liberal, I don't like bank mergers because big banks, bad. They blocked it. And here we are. So these Silicon Valley limousine liberals, big donors to Biden. Did you see that? Oh, this is great. Silicon Valley Bank. Why don't you Google that? And comma, Newsom. 100 grand a couple of weeks ago to his wife's nonprofit. Did you see how much? $27 million to Black Lives Matter and a bunch of woke other bullshit. Did you see that? Silicon Valley Bank. So you're bailing out a bank that throws money around at liberal causes like you read about. But it's not unbelievable, Wiz. It's very believable. So you're going to be continued to lie to. We are bailing them out. I've seen it in the past couple days. People are starting to do because I'm calling all of these frauds out, especially the Mooch or Ackman. I'd like to remind everybody that the taxpayers made money when we bailed out Wall Street last time. You're a fucking liar. No, we didn't. The United States Treasury made money on bailing out AIG and all those banks. Maybe I'm the only dude in this country, I never got a check. Stop saying the taxpayer made money. You're a liar. If, ladies and gentlemen, we actually did get a check, if every American in this country got a check for bailing out all those Wall Street banks in 2008, this time we probably wouldn't be bitching about it. We'd be like, all right, well, let's bail them out. And when they're back on their feet, we're getting paid. Nope. Well, large banks pay into this fund, and they're going to bail out Silicon Valley. Dude, are banks charities? No. Oh, so how are they gonna? Oh, they're gonna raise fees on you, their average client. Did anybody in the past 2 days see a big bank step up and go, "Oh, we're not gonna pass those fees on to our consumers"? That would kind of be a ballsy thing to do, wouldn't it? Like, you know what? We have a loan reserve, or Jamie Dimon going, you know what? I made $20 million in a bonus last year. We're not gonna pass this on. What do you? Come on, Wiz. Bankers would push their own mother in front of a train to make a buck. So, folks, we're here, and it sucks. The reason we're imploding, right? Or it doesn't suck. It's fantastic. When you can make 17 grand in 2.5 days, it's a fantastic week. I'm having a blast. So what's going on today, man? Well, the Saudis kind of went to Credit Suisse and said, we need kind of some money back. So here you go, folks. It's coming. Another good old-fashioned bank run. Oh, yeah, exactly. They didn't even have a risk manager, did they? It was an open position or whatever. But anyway, so a lot going on. Did you see SVB collapse threatens funding source for climate startups? Oh my God, the planet's going to end. Let me tell you something real quick. From a guy who saw infinity, I experienced forever, and when I got back from my first medicine journey, I looked at Susie and I'm like, never need to travel again. She's like, why? I'm like, I've been everywhere. I've seen everything. So after seeing everything, do you know that this planet, no matter how much you recycle, first of all, we might all be dead in months from a nuclear explosion, but there's that. The planet's going to fucking end. Period. So you recycle. recycle. I love the planet. I'm a tree hugger now, trust me, but it's comical. In the scheme of time, all of this shit is going to buy us I don't know. When you think about the history of this planet and when it's going to freaking explode, do you know how much time that buys us for the last humans on this planet? A day? I don't, whatever. It's just the wokeism surrounding this and the holier than thou attitude. Just it's gross. It's a money grab. You all know it. Peter Schiff, the 2023 financial crisis has begun. Duh. Peter, I'm glad you're a Top Gun Options member now. I called this. We're in it. Our portfolios are printing money year to date. When you joined me Monday, folks, this account had what in it? Like 40 grand? It's up to, so even in just this one account, there's $14,000 since Monday added to this account. So, yep. Under 38.50, baby. Look out below. So this isn't the one with the treads in it. We should go look at the other one with the treads. So there's your banks. You can close these guys. So, so let me give you a perfect example. So this is up $1,800 right now, 88%. How many of you want to sit here until Friday and get another $300? Honest question. $300 is not inexpensive. I went out to dinner by myself in Delray Beach last night, sat there with some pasta and a bottle of wine. I just needed to be my thing. $300 because I like my wine. Exactly. Mike's like, close that now. Why? Why is Mike saying that the way I'm saying that? Because with my luck between now and Friday, breaking news, Jesus is walking the planet, and he's the CEO of the Regional Bank Index. First Republic and Key Bank are up 1,000% today in a volatile trade. Folks, pigs get slaughtered. Close them. Don't try and get the extra $300, man. It ain't worth it. Okay? Close them. Pigs get slaughtered isn't a funny saying. It's the truth. You're going to get slaughtered if you don't close these. Now, is there a high probability that and this is what I do. I go over to the Lifetime. I'm going to paste my closing trade in here. There's the Lifetime group. Let me go over to the Hunters and post that closing. And let's close the other one. 17. Again, let's hit analyze. Folks, this is up to you. You can be the pilot in command. Not you can be. You are the pilot in command of your portfolio. You can sit here and go, Wiz, I want the extra $300. And between now and Friday, that's not going to happen. Do it. I'm going to tell you the majority of the time, you will be right. But the 1 or 2 times you're not, it's going to wipe out all the other gains from I'm telling you, guys, 33 decades of doing this, man. That's me. I'm telling you about me. You can do whatever you want. That happens to me. Do not turn a 70, 80, 90% winning trade into a 100% loser, especially in these names right now, folks. Something could happen. Joe Biden, you know what? We are going to nationalize the banks. The American taxpayer is now Wall Street. Okay. Exactly. Everybody, I love all these comments. That was me before. I've done that. I've stopped doing that since I've been here. There you go, folks. What's the top of our slide say? Discipline, risk management, superior execution. Do not be that. I could have made another $300. Don't be that guy or that gal. All right. Peter Schiff finally joining Top Gun Options. Inflation cooled yesterday, didn't it? Wow, that was really weird that the Fed's altimeter and before his meeting next week, that the numbers came in on the nose. You would think, well, they do think we're all stupid, and there are a lot of stupid people in this country, but the sheep just looked at that and said, oh, wow, it's cooling a little bit. Okay. Did you fill your car up this week? Did you go buy some eggs? It ain't cooling. Who was it, Larry Fink this morning? Did you read the BlackRock report? That's another reason the market's getting hammered right now. One of the smart money guys said what? 2-3 years from now, inflation's at 3 or 4%. This ain't going anywhere. We have years ahead of us of high inflation. Whoa. When I was in Washington, down the hall from where I was, Jerome Powell was saying what? I'm doing my job. I gotta get inflation down. This week, a good bank crisis is going to force the Fed to pause. So that's what the Fed is doing. I'd rather have limousine liberals in Silicon Valley okay than the average American. Is that what you're telling me? Mooch? Ackman? Unbelievable. Okay. What happened today? U.S. consumer spending declined in February after a hot start to the year. Folks, the cracks are here, right? Full steam ahead. We're dying from inflation, figuratively, maybe some people literally can't pay their bills. Can't pay their bills. And a bunch of limousine liberal tech startups or woke people just got bailed out in California. You tell me Jim Cramer and all these other people would be frothing at the mouth if it was a Midwestern bank with farmers. Let me save you the hassle. Nope. Again, folks, I care about you. I care about my bride, my kids, this squadron, the veterans I'm trying to help. Outside of that, I don't give a shit anymore. New York City, Pennsylvania electing a brain-dead senator, Chicago, LA, I don't care. If you voted for your shit, stay with it. We're full in Florida. Living in the free state of Florida has been epic. I don't care. Oh my God, crime in Chicago and New York. So I don't care. All right. Yeah. Well, you were reading my show notes. I actually was going to talk about that. What did I tell you on Monday? The VIX can be up 20, 30% in the blink of an eye. Take a look. Oh, look at that. Wiz said it's a heart rate monitor. I told you VIX was going to spike. And so if you had those VIX calls from a couple of weeks ago, I forget which portfolio they're in, they're insane profits. I didn't cover that this week, but just looking at across the portfolios, our long volatility call, whoever asked that yesterday, I hope they're still here. Do you ever just buy calls or, puts? Yeah, this was a perfect example. A week or whenever it was, a couple of weeks ago, I said, something's going to happen, guys. Volatility's been too low for too long. And I will be the first one to admit, had no idea it was going to be a bank run. It's just your typical hair on the back of the neck. You should have these on every once in a while. This was way too long. This was way too long with the VIX like this. And the VIX was down here like this, folks. You ready for this? Why? Because even when I brief you like war in Ukraine, Taiwan, China, Israel, Iran, inflation, that's known. Everything I just said for 13 seconds is known. People who are new to trading options are like, I don't get why volatility is down here. Don't call it volatility. Call it uncertainty. Things are known. We know we could all die from a nuclear blast. We know China's going to invade Taiwan. We know Israel's going to attack Iran and not let them get a nuke. We know inflation. We know known knowns. Now, with a banking crisis, with drones shoot down or knock down now the VIX will start waking up. Don't do it today, but I'm going to tell you something, because if you're not joining, you might not see me again after today. When volatility, you ready? Write this wizism down. Here's another trade. Not today, but if you're not going to join me and see when I'm going to do it, write it down somewhere and I'll make you some money. You're welcome. When volatility is cheap down here, what do you do with it? You buy it. What's the converse? When volatility is expensive, you sell it. Not today, Satan. Why am I briefing you on this? Because volatility is going to go down. It can stay elevated, but it's like me on a treadmill at a 9 incline, man. 9 miles an hour. I'll do it for 15 seconds, and then I'm back down to here. Kind of like the COVID crash. So, kind of like the birth of our country. Wait until you see the whites of their eyes to fire, boys. When we get a little bit of clarity here and the dust settles a little bit, sell it. We will get we were bullish on volatility back here. Those calls are making money. We're going to get bearish. We'll wait. But again, this is for the people who just can't make up their mind and join today. You get a free VIX trade. I can't tell you what it would be right now because breaking news, Credit Suisse is out of business. Whoop. Wait for it. Wait for the turn. And as quick as the VIX can be up 16%, it can be down 16%. So I've been trading more and more, SPX, but this is always in the background, in the back of my mind. Because they're pretty, it's the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, the VIX is going up, the S&P is going down. So you could pairs trade this. There's a 20% of the time, though, when the VIX is going up and the market's up. We have another little wizism around that. Market up, VIX up, something's up. Wait, that doesn't make sense, Wiz. If the market's going up, why would the VIX be going up? Exactly. I usually call those a hold your nose rally. The market's kind of going up, and the smart people are looking around going like, dude, I don't believe this shit. I'll bid the market higher, but I'm going to go, where's my ejection handle? Okay, good. It's right between my legs. Love it. Does that make sense for everybody who ain't joining? I'm telling you, man. And based on the phone buzzing, we're probably pretty close to our full throttle quota here. Yep. I'm not going to add those all up. So, guys, we're, like I said, we'll do full throttle tomorrow because, Solo Amazon tomorrow because I'll show you that other service. If you just joined Full Throttle this week or even the people just now, Solo Amazon's a separate service. It's only $97 a month. So make sure you come tomorrow. Come tomorrow anyway because it's a live trade brief, but I'll brief you on Solo Amazon. So, exactly, Paul. I don't disagree. All right, so let me go over to our what portfolio were the Tredges in? Primary? What was yesterday? Tuesday. These days are like running together here, man. Yesterday was primary. Today's technically weekly options. Even though we're in like full throttle, I'm just kind of giving the public who showed up a little bit of free love. And that's what's so funny. People are like, do you have a trial? I'm like, yeah, you're in it. You got 4 free live trade briefs this week. So here's our Tredges, the 40, 50. These are out to June, right? The 40, 50. Did everybody get these on? Let me group these together. Or no. Let me group these. Got to cover loss. I didn't. Well, you know what? I'll cover it tomorrow. Solo Amazon. Like I have an Amazon position that's underwater. Ain't all sunshine and lollipops. We're just printing money this week. We are, but I have a long-term bullish Amazon position that's underwater right now. But that position is out 2 years into the future. Okay, so I have it at 95 and it's down a little bit. It's a 2-year trade. I'll show you this 2-year trade tomorrow. But I always got a brief. I don't want to sit here and be like, all we do is win this week. Pretty much that's all we're doing. But we'll talk Amazon tomorrow. It's one of the only things I'm bullish on, folks. So let me show you, because some of you didn't get this Tredge on. There's a little, with the window you're looking at me in my beautiful smile, there's a camera up top. Click that camera icon, and it'll take a screenshot of this. So if you didn't get your Tredge on out to June, get it. So hit the camera button. There's the full trade, and let me show you the analytics of the trade. Take a screenshot of that as well. And the max risk is actually off a little bit. On these double verticals, that's not computed correctly. The way you stack the trade, that's an E-Trade failure. And remember, folks, these brokerage accounts aren't flawless, man. I've helped people over the years at TGO fight busted trades. Like, hey, man, this happened or that happened. I'm like, that's a busted trade. That's on their end. They have to eat it. You can fight your broker trust. I've done it a bunch with E-Trade. When I need to talk to the compliance officer. I have a busted trade. When you use the right phraseology, guess what? If you ever have any problems with this stuff, you call me. I used to live in the compliance officer's office because I had to have like a nice Chinese wall between what I was doing at the Options News Network and our proprietary trading arm. So I know this industry, folks. Forgot all the pattern day trader stuff just because that hasn't applied to me for years. All right. What time is it? Oh, shit. I went long, but no, I'm not going to. I was going to throw a couple trades over my shoulder on the way out, and I don't do that. Let's look at these real quick because I think they're going lower. PJ, you never win fighting your broker. Thinkorswim is famous for their condescending managers. PJ, I feel you. You can win against your broker. Trust me, because if you do have a condescending customer service person, you go over to FINRA and you file a FINRA complaint. And within about 15 minutes, Thinkorswim partner will be calling you because the number of complaints impacts their brokerage score and shit like that. Trust me, I know exactly what to do and who to talk to ruffle and to get shit done. But you're right. The frontline employee, it's like the frontline VA. We'll give you more money and a bonus at the end of the year for the more people you turn down. It's the same thing. It's a business, folks. They're not, brokerages are not a charity, or they'd be 501c3. So you're right, Wiz. Thanks, Wiz. Can't tell you how many times I've lost with them. PJ, you have any more problems with Thinkorswim, you shoot me an email. You tell me what the problem is, and I'll tell you who to talk to, how to do it. And at the same time, you're on with FINRA. I got it. Trust me. I've been on the receiving end of these things too. When I was helping build Options House, I'm like, we're not going to be those people. We're going to do the exact opposite. Trust me. Some of the partners are like, wow, we'd lose. I'm like, do you know how big your house is in Winnetka on the lake? Do you really? Whatever. I'm not going to get you started. I could not. Thank God I did my time in Chicago. I still would be sitting where I am, but maybe in a different capacity. But man, I couldn't stand it. When you go from being in a fighter squadron where you trust the men and women with your life, literally, to a Wall Street environment where people wear golf cleats to step on you to climb, I burned out, man. And then I did this. And this is what puts a smile on my face. Bullish sniper. So we're gonna get put back up to. Now we're going to fill that gap, it looks like. So we might look at a bullish sniper at this point. This is why I didn't fire a bearish sniper. With that, look, so you ready? Look at this. When we broke 30, I'm going to give you a little sniper brief. We broke 38.50 right here. I have a 2-minute chart. 2, 4, what happened at the 6-minute? It turned. So right there would have been a bullish sniper, right? 2, 4, 6, confirmation, turn. So now I think we're going to, I should have said that when it happened. But, 2, 4, 6, turn. So 30, and it does this, guys, what did I tell you on Monday? It moves in between these $25 increments, the S&P 500. I look at yesterday. Look at it in this $25 and then up to here and then ripped higher. It almost got up to $39.25 yesterday. It was getting pulled up like that to a magnet. I will teach you how to do this. But the sniper, the S&P 500 kind of day trades that I do is exclusive to the hunters right here or the Lifetime Group. If you're doing just a regular monthly full throttle membership for $295, you don't get my daily sniper stuff. You get what you pay for. So I'm not going to throw some trades over my shoulder. I can't stand when people do that, and I won't do that. I'm going to save the rest of my ammo for tomorrow and our solo Amazon brief. So, folks, again, if after 2.5 days of trading and nearly 17-ish, about 16 now, I'll round down 15 grand. $15,000 in profitable trades I've covered this week. That's not including the VIX calls that we have on. I think it's in the AR portfolio and some other trades and some existing treads that I have on in whatever portfolio. I manage 4 portfolios, so they kind of run together sometimes. Thanks for the 3 free sessions, Wiz. Much appreciated. You are welcome. So, folks, I can't do anything else. I really can't. I open up the doors. I show you what I do live. Ain't no lying, men lie, trades don't. You've seen all the trades. You've seen what I do. So it's $290. There's your trial. If after 4 free days, we'll do tomorrow. But if after 3 free days of trading, you still need more, it ain't free. Do the $295 a month, or come tomorrow and you can get into solo Amazon for $97 a month. That's our gateway drug to checking it out. Now, for the half and serious people, I was going to say half serious, but you're either serious or not. You're over here. To try the Hunters out and Full Throttle for a couple months, do it at $497 a month. Okay? And then call us or shoot us an email like, I'm good. Did a couple months in the Hunters and Full Throttle. I get it. I want to save some money. Boom. Then you do the annual. Or if after 15 grand and 2.5 days of trading, you're like, done, no brainer. In the 2 regional bank trades alone, I paid for that. That was in a day, folks. Can I suck the rest of the 364 days in a year? Yeah, not going to happen. 32 years of doing this, folks. Average about 70% win rate. I can't. So I'm done. I'm done selling. I can't stand selling. This makes my skin crawl. This is why I open up the doors, because it should sell itself. And if you haven't made the decision to join by today, I can't help you. God is awesome. God takes care of fools, drunks, and sailors. And he dropped a financial crisis in our lap for Full Throttle. I prove to you, as the market implodes, you can make money. So if you're new to options, folks, sign up. You get trained. This isn't, again, since you're joining me in a live brief, go watch the Full Throttle training, right? So, no, PJ, I mean, the June SPX trade, the prices might be off a little bit from Monday, but I would absolutely, if you don't have the June trade on, I can't tell you, PJ, what to do. If I didn't have the June trade on by today, I would have the June trade on today. I would put it on today. That's me, not telling you what to do. But folks, once you get in here, right? Once you do the monthly Hunters or the annual membership underneath member content, go to Full Throttle. Okay, spend this weekend, spend your nights going through the Full Throttle training sessions. Iron Condor. Start with session 1, obviously. Scroll all the way down. Let me hit older entries. Go to Full Throttle session 1 right here. Full Throttle session 1, trade plans and intelligence sources. Then Full Throttle session 2. These are about an hour, hour and a half each, folks. Grab a glass of wine. Kids are in bed at night. Watch the Full Throttle training. And then what do? Watch it again. I got people who watch these things like 5 times in a row, and they're like, each time I pick something new up or something different or better. So this is worth the price of admission here. If you are a new Wiz, I don't even know what a call or a put is. This is where you start. Training. This is your training. This, in the Hunters, well, let me just show you what they look like. This is your practical application. You're in a live trade brief. That's a practical application. And then you can be in the Hunters Self-Directed Investment Squadron. So training and practical application, folks, this is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I couldn't, just ask me, I couldn't design or build a better system. This is the same system that takes an idiot like me, political science major from South Jersey, and puts him in the front of an airplane, jet flying off an aircraft carrier. Al, if we go with the $495 a month for a month or two, then want to go in the annual, we can upgrade. Yeah. You got it, Al. Absolutely. That's exactly what people tend to do, right? I'd say 80, 85% of our membership are currently in here. And then the ones that aren't are kind of in here for 2 months-ish and go, all right, cool. And then upgrade over to here to, yes, Al, that's a great game plan. Do this for a couple months, get your airspeed on your jet, and then upgrade. Yes, it's a great game plan. You bet, man. Cool. I'd close the regional bank trades. We'll talk tomorrow. I want to see how the price action today goes. So we got missiles flying down range. We've closed S&P 500 day trades. I want to see if this, implosion, bounce, implosion happens. I want to see. Right now we're in a gray area, right around this 3875-ish. If we hit 3875 with some airspeed, we might get back up to 3800, and then we're gonna slam. I'm telling you, man, I feel this. I'm like the old man sitting on his front porch in Wichita or something. My knees are aching, which means the storms are coming. It's already here, folks. It's just the market waking up to it. And don't forget, if you don't join today and we close the doors, maybe we'll see you in the next Full Throttle next quarter. Jerome Powell next week. A week makes a world of difference in the lifetime of a market. A week ago today, this morning, Jerome Powell was testifying in front of the House, saying what? I'm doing my job. I'm raising rates. A week later, the market's saying Jerome Powell ain't doing anything next week. There's a bank crisis. If he raises again, more regional banks will fail. So Jerome Powell has a choice in the next week. Care about you or care about his banks. Now he can thread the needle with a 25, but that's gross. If you've been here for the past year and a half, 2 years, I would have landed this plane perfectly. I said a year and a half ago, stop pumping money in, start raising rates gently. Nope. More money. Biden, Democrats, more money. Holy shit, this thing's going to crash. The day that PPI came out, the CPI print, 40-year high. My sister Monica was alive when inflation was this high. I looked into this camera and talked into this microphone. I said, geez, I wonder what time the emergency Fed meeting is where they announce a full point increase. Didn't fucking happen. You were lied to. Joe Biden, Jerome Powell, Janet Yellen, it's transitory. People who don't fill up their own cars were preaching to us about inflation. They lied. So why am I rambling at the end or ranting at the end of a brief? Because if you don't join today, good luck next week. I am going to hopefully know and have some pretty good intel as to what's going on. Usually do. But again, in 2.5 days of trading, about $15,000 in profitable trades. I can't. I'm done. Any other yeah, the lifetime link? Yeah, I'll give you that. Monthly, $1,500. You get what you pay for. This is clearly the best deal, but I was hesitating to share this because I prefer people kind of show up and check me out, but good. Yeah, welcome aboard. So once I see you join Lifetime, I'm going to send you, and Steve, as soon as I click this box to close this brief, I'm resending you the 2 links to join the Lifetime group over here, and then I'll get a nice text, and I'll click approved to get you in here. Okay. All right, guys. I can't help you if you don't want to join at this point. Here's the link one last time. I will. Oh, here's the replay page. I'll put today's replay up here in about 30 minutes after it gets done rendering. If this is your first day here, go watch the other 2 briefs to get up to speed. And then here's the link one more time to join. I guarantee you, based on how we've done this week and how my phone's ringing, we're probably going to be done with our Full Throttle today. I don't know. Maybe everything just dried up, but I doubt it. So, all right, cool. I'll get the replay posted here shortly. Welcome aboard. I'll see you tomorrow for Solo Amazon. Let me just make sure the link is make sure even if you have joined Full Throttle, you come to Solo Amazon tomorrow if you want to be in that service. Okay, let me Well, I'll email the link out. It's the same link. So, okay. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on. Namaste. And look at a bullish sniper. Look at that. 3875. We might be in the lifetime or the hunters because we're probably going to go a bullish sniper here. All right. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome aboard to all of our new members. See ya.